Now we're live. This is the video edition of the Special Chronicles Show, episode 292, with our guest Hanna from Special Olympics Colorado. And if you want to listen to the audio podcast, you can go to specialchronicles.com/show and get all the information on how to listen to the podcast version of this video. And I'm going to press a code and point to you, Hanna, to get the show kicked off.
Awesome. So, hi, my name is Hanna. I'm a Special Olympics Colorado athlete, leader, and Emmy-winner. You're listening to Special Chronicles Show podcast, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
This is Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
Special Chronicles is proud to partner with the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd. And we thank ComEd for the generous support of Special Chronicles. And this episode 292 is brought to you by listeners like you. Please help support us at Special Chronicles with your tax-deductible donation today to help us continue our mission of giving respect and voice to people with special needs. Please go to specialchronicles.com/given. That's specialchronicles.com/given. And thank you for your generous support of Special Chronicles. This week on Special Chronicles, we are joined by Hanna Atkinson, a Special Olympics Colorado athlete leader and Emmy-winner, to talk about her story. It's coming up right now on specialchronicles.com.
I shudder thinking how the world can be so cruel. I lend my voice to those who can't. It's time we try, it's time we care, it's time we stand. It starts with a voice.
You're listening to the Special Chronicles Show. This is the show where we're podcasting disability stories from an insider's perspective. You're giving a voice to people with special needs. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome back to the Special Chronicles Show. My name is Daniel. I'm host and founder of Special Chronicles. So good to be back behind the microphone. And our guest today on the show is Hanna Atkinson, 23-year-old Special Olympics Colorado athlete leader. She has been involved in Special Olympics since she was 13. She's a Special Olympics house messenger and won an Emmy Award with the Denver ABC7 broadcast team. Welcome to Special Chronicles, Hanna.
Awesome. Thank you. Much appreciated.
And I both came across your story from Special Olympics North America, and your friend Connor, your friend Connor Long was on the show last year when he was in the short film Learning to Drive. But for any new listeners, let's have you begin and tell us a little bit about yourself and your family and what disability you were diagnosed with.
Okay, awesome. So I was first of all, I was born into a family. After I was born, my doctors found out that I had Down syndrome. And when I was 2, I was diagnosed with leukemia. I have 3 older siblings, as you could tell. My oldest is the one who did the videography for the past few videos for my life, like the Truck 100 and things, which is awesome. My second sibling is my sister. She's married to her husband and has his their first son, my nephew. So I'm a proud aunt, first of all, and I'm very happy about that particular expertise. I have two awesome, lovely parents. My father cannot be here, but my mom is in a replacement of my father. Very fun, really loving, well supportive, just cheering me on my entire life. And the one who passed away was in 2015. He is the real reason why I do what I do now, and that's to be on the show. So thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Well, let's begin by tell us how did you folks get involved in Special Olympics, and what sports do you compete in?
Awesome. So the first one that I got started in when I first started in Special Olympics was skiing with my father, Alpine skiing. He was a coach. I'm the daughter of the coach, so I had a lot of pressure for sure to really advocate for other young athletes that I was training with. It was awesome. We go to Copper Mountain. It's really fun. That's where we train. That's where we compete. I went to state winter games and winter games up in Copper Mountain, Aldoa, and it's just an amazing opportunity. The other sports that I did was unified basketball, swim team for Special Olympics, unified in my high school, and also JV, junior varsity. My swim team of high school, those were on the side of the unified basketball circumstance. And cycling. I am mainly focusing on my cycling at the moment.
Awesome. I also swim in Special Olympics and play basketball. I just got back from my swim practice just before we connected on the call.
Cool. How did you do?
Pretty good. Swimming about 50 yards of freestyle and backstroke, and all summer games are coming up in just about a month from now. So,
awesome.
Are you going to be going down to your state summer games?
Well, it depends whether or not if I'll be in town. I'm going back in June to do the Trek 100 with my parents. So I don't know when the summer games is going to happen this year because, well, swimming for me is kind of awful. I don't remember the last time I actually swam. So, but mainly just my triathlons that I used to do.
So, why did you want to compete in Special Olympics?
Well, to definitely make everlasting friendships and to challenge myself a little bit better as a leader, a friend, and all things awesome in the Special Olympics movement. I've been living in the movement my entire life. It's like a second family to me, and that means everything to my family and to me. So I like to live by that as much as I can.
Awesome. How have your parents and your siblings motivated you through Special Olympics?
Awesome. So my family and my friends kind of feel my spirit, which is a huge motivation for me. So then I can set goals for myself, and my family kind of supported me and cheered me on all the way through my entire life, including when I was a little girl. And to be honest, I love it. I'm a crowd pleasing type of person, so why would I not be involved?
So our guest today on the Special Chronicles Show is Hanna Atkinson, a Special Olympics Colorado athlete, leader, and an Emmy-winner that we'll get to in a few moments in the program. But you're also involved as like myself as a global messenger in Special Olympics, and you go out and you give speeches. Why did you want to become a speaker and a global messenger or special Olympics?
So the reason why I wanted to become that is because I kind of wanted to highlight Special Olympics in general in all its programs. Because, well, I think the bigger picture is about having people that amplify their voices for all different abilities, even if it is intellectual disabilities or not, because they have different programs to adapt to many other athletes or, volunteers, donors, that sort of thing. Because I've spoken to all those type of things like fundraisers, sponsors, donors, all of the athletes, anything they can think of, for general speaking wise, I have done. And I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the crowds and thinking all of them.
Neat. And this past September, you were trained as a Special Olympics health messenger in Washington, D.C. Can you tell us a little bit about what the health messenger is and what you learned by going through this training?
Yeah, definitely. So what that is in particular is it's through Special Olympics International, as you're well aware of that by now. They selected and then trained like 15 other athletes from around the entire country who are all passionate about spreading a health message. And that's what I like to do as well too, because I'm all about health.
And what are some of your fitness goals?
Well, one of my fitness goals is that I start did I go to the right one? Oh, sorry. One of the things that I started to do for my goals was to do an indoor triathlon. After I was matched up with a trainer for the Healthy Me project, as we mentioned in the question before, as well. It was a group of people who did workouts together and talked about nutrition classes too, which is pretty awesome. And one of my goals through that Healthy Me was to do 2 triathlons, one with my personal trainer and one with my father, and that was amazing. And then my other goal was to climb a Fortino. It's a mountain here in Colorado, if you didn't know what that was. And then my last 2 goal that I completed was a 36-mile Trek 100 ride. It was a bike ride in Wisconsin for childhood cancer, which I did through my father. My dad does a lot with the Trek 100. Now this year, however, currently I'm in training, actually like right now. I'm to do 66 miles with my parents for the Trek 100 for this year. So we're going back up in June to do that. And I would love to have other supporters like yourselves to help cheer me on for the 66-mile ride with my parents, because it means absolutely everything.
Awesome. And where was that ride gonna be taking place?
In Wisconsin, it's gonna be in June.
Awesome. So you're also an ambassador for other organizations. Can you tell us a little bit about what other nonprofit organizations you are an ambassador for?
Yeah, for sure. Like I did the Nightlights, the Healthy Me project, and Scarfriend. Nightlights is a web secure place where you can drop your kids and your siblings with and without special needs. It's a chance that you can go out for parents to go out on date nights or just be out alone and do things that they want to get done. And so then the kids and the siblings with special needs can get paired up one-on-one by a volunteer. I did that for many years, except that I didn't really have a one-on-one relationship with a child. However, but I mainly just managed just to do the crafts and other things. So they do for fun activities like movies. They can get their pajamas on, that sort of thing. It's really fun. And they just have a great old time and just make new friends. And then for Healthy Me Project, it's about fighting against obesity and bad habits with young people with intellectual disabilities. I personally interviewed one of them, the founder for the Healthy Me Project, through the first session, which is pretty awesome too. So that's that for the Healthy Me Project. And then for School of Friend, it's a very easy program to be involved. Actually, I can personally talk about it because it's through one of my best friends, Sarah Gretchen, is the founder and the president of School of Friend. I've been her friend ever since after high school. She and I connected for many things, including our athletics. And she has a brother with autism disorder. His name is Jacob. He's the mold between School of Friend about inclusive. It's a school-based, inclusive, well-respected program that needs to be shared for the entire community of Colorado, and there are all schools now that has clubs because of my friend Sarah, and I'm overjoyed and I'm overthrilled that I'm her friend. So that is mainly why I supported all those awesome nonprofits.
Awesome. Well, you also through Special Olympics have also done reporting with the Dunville ABC team, and our guest today on the Special Chronicles Show is Hanna Atkinson, a Special Olympics Colorado athlete leader, and you've also done reporting. Can you tell us how did you get started doing broadcasts with the Dunville 7 broadcast team and
yeah, totally. So how I got connected was through actual Special Olympics with Amy Turner, and then ever since then, me and Connor have been co-reporters for the first 7 team, and then Connor, Ron, and I really enjoyed being young journalists and just learning new aspects of it, and we just find great joy in finding awesome news and tell great stories.
Neat. And what are some of the stories that you have told on ABC?
Well, we covered a lot of things. Like we covered like More Like Them Different. That was the one that we got for the Emmy Award. That was our special. And then I personally, one of my personal favorites is Going to Hollywood. And I got the chance to interview the cast of a comedy thrilling show called Speechless. If you have not heard of that before, It's an awesome show. And I personally met Minnie Driver. Never met her before, so she was a big name. So I enjoyed that as well. And then Michael Farrell, he was the main character who played JJ. I think his last name is Romeo or Romeo. I can't remember. DeMaio. That was it. DeMaio was his last name. And it was awesome to meet him and all the cast. But mainly, I just meant they were just to see the how it got all started. Not the platform of it, but what was it called? The backstages of the filming and the producers doing what they're doing for the actual show itself. So I got the first hand to actually see that all steps to have it to be more silly and fun and really an amazing show. And we've been watching all the new ones recorded so we can fast forward the commercials.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome.
Awesome, yeah. On Special Chronicles, we've done a commentary on the show Speechless.
Yeah.
So, we did it for all of season 1, and we did it for a couple of episodes of season 2. So yeah, that's an awesome show on ABC. What have you learned by co-hosting on the Dunville 7 ABC team?
Well, many of the things I have learned is to be yourself, for sure. Be respectful of the time that it's given to you. As be a good listener to those who wants to listen to your voice. Ask like follow-up questions like you are doing right now, David. Daniel, sorry. Ask one questions at a time. So then everybody knows what questions you are going to ask them before they actually answer them. Be open to like, the new ideas that might be out there, because you never know what's going to be out there at a particular moment. So you always have to be open to them, no matter whether if you refuse them or not. You just have to listen to them and things like that. Mm-hmm. But mainly just, think before you speak, mainly, because if you don't think before you speak, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So I believe last year you won an Emmy for the stories that you and Connor did on ABC. What was it like to win an Emmy award?
Well, it was very unrealistic, that's for sure. Very phenomenal thing that they can never ever seem to be possible for myself to actually get such a big award as that as well. I even have the award kind of right behind us over here as well, as you cannot, if you can see it. It has my first and my last name, as you have realized by now, since we said that so many times as well too. But it was just an amazing opportunity, and the work that we did was just really well showcased, and everybody needs to have the spotlight, and recognized for what it was worth. And my parents were there; they were dressed up nicely, and it was just out of the blast, out of the water feeling that I can only feel one time when you win such an awesome award like an Emmy. So it was just outstanding, and I'm really honored that I'm one of the many few people in my family to actually get one.
Awesome.
And the only one in my family who has got that too, by the way.
The only.
Because, well, I am. And it's, very not real until now. So,
yeah. Awesome. So you get to add that Emmy to all the other medals that you received in Special Olympics. So
yeah.
So you're also a 2018 channel kindness reporter for Acts of Kindness. Can you tell us about how you got started with this and what this series is about?
Well, definitely, yes. So what it is about is that I kind of applied and was chosen to be one of the 50 young adults to report on kindness. It's a year-round commitment. We do at least 5 stories. We are all the second year of the reporters for Born This Way Foundation. And it's just not me. It's not just me who's a reporter. Connor Long is one too. But the only thing is that me and Connell are the only two with intellectual disabilities to actually be reporters for Bonus Bay Channel Kindness reporters. And it's awesome type of feeling that both of us were selected, and we went to New York for the first time, for my first time, and never been. So it was awesome, and been thrilled to do that. And the first 2 stories that I have done for Channel Kindness is on a wonderful man that I personally met up in New York, Rochester, New York. Name is Tom Galasano. You might have known him since he's a huge name for Special Olympics health. And I did that. That's my first story. You can see it on the Channel Kindness website itself. And the other one that I posted was yesterday, and it's on a cafe that I went to as well. Several facets of that, and it's about baseball cafe here in Littleton, Colorado, kind of close to where I kind of live with my parents. So it's an awesome cafe. You can look it up now or anytime if you choose, and it's just explaining all the way about what the article is about and things like that. It kind of describes a little bit more about who I am and what I'm interested in. That's special, like on my bio underneath. Then so
The cafe.
and the cafe itself is awesome cafe, and I highly suggest that you should come here and definitely try out the baseball cafe for sure. It's one of my personal favorite places,
I see people.
and they serve people with all different abilities, and you pay what you want. You pay what you have for lunch, breakfast. They have every month, I believe, is their community breakfast, and they give back. They don't waste food. They only reduce the trash of the day. They only have like one small bag, and so that kind of helps with the limited menu options that they have as well. And it's awesome. You can smell the coffee brewing. You can also smell the cinnamon rolls when you walk in the cafe. It's buzzing with conversation. You can read all of that on the article itself too. It's a really detailed article, that's for sure.
And both of these stories for Channel Kindness. You said it's on a website, is it?
Yeah. It's called, if you type in channelkindness.org, you can find it, or you can just type in Channel Kindness and then just look it up, and you can go through images, and you can look for our reporters or something and go through our reporters to see the stories or happenings with that. They also have a Facebook as well too, so we can also spell out Channel Kindness Facebook, and it will show other stories there, even the old stories as well too. It's not just the new ones.
Awesome. So you're also starting your own business, Wholeheartedly, Hanna, inspiring joy, acceptance, and empowerment. Can you tell us about why you wanted to start your own business and about the mission that you have? So
generally, we haven't confirmed my mission yet, but we do have a general sense of my mission, which is that I want to foster joy, respect, and empower people to live their best self through healthy mind and body. And there are 3 parts to my business. And those 3 parts is public speaking, which I actually have with me is one of the things that I'm also wanting to sell, not just myself as a public speaker, which is one of the products that I'm definitely selling is myself, first of all, and my originality. My other one that I'm also selling are these note cards that I personally personalize myself. It has like my personalized quotes on them, as well as that my business name, quotes by me, and things like that. And the other one is about nutrition, and it's all inspirational as well too. With nutrition, I have a cookbook and spice blends. We are still developing the cookbook now. We are not done with that yet, and we also are doing a master plan on my spice blends as well. And I have like a lot of spice blends because I have my own cabinet with all my cooking stuff as well. So that's one aspect of it. And then the final one that I have been really working on more recently now is both the public speaking and the fitness part. The fitness is like exercise videos. I did like a 3-minute stretch video for Special Olympics, Colorado. And then, what is it called? The health messenger speech where you can hold the power on YouTube. A lot of the things that I spoke upon is through YouTube, including the Trek 100, the Parent Explanational Award, that sort of thing, all kind of ties all together to my business. Along with my fitness stuff. So that's that. And the reason why I started the entire thing was because I started working on this after the fact that I graduated from high school.
Mm.
And then the other reason why I also did it after high school too, and even before that, was because my brother kind of died in 2015. His name is Jeff Atkinson. He died in a ski accident. I'm totally fine if explaining why. I wanted to talk about his death. I have really wanted to get it going to honor my brother Jeff. And it's all about, living each day fully like he did and spreading joy and kindness, no matter what will happen, because everybody, in my opinion, needs to live by that. But I choose that for myself, so that's that. Sorry, I'm a bit lengthier than expected.
Okay, so you had mentioned that you did some stories on ABC in Denver, and you interviewed Minnie Driver and Micah Fowler from Speechless. And can our listeners watch any of those clips online? Or
yeah, so you can watch a lot of the things that we did for stories on Dump7 on YouTube or through their website as well. And that's easy to get to. I'm just say dump7news.com. And that would definitely help say that you can look up my name, Hanna Atkinson, on the computer too, and it'll also show up on that too as well about me, Hanna Atkinson. That's one of the things that they did was to interview both me and Connor Long for that too. There's a video More Like Than Different. There are a few parts of that as well. So if you can find that on the internet, great. If not, no pressure, because it's a lot of shorts and a lot of things like that. So yeah. Neat.
What's our guest today on the Special Chronicles Show is Hanna Atkinson, Special Olympics Colorado athlete leader. Do you have any final thoughts on your overall time here today on Special Chronicles that you want to share with our listeners?
Well, definitely. I think this is an awesome experience. Thank you for letting me be on the show. Thank you for the podcast. I'm sorry that we kind of skipped over one of the questions that you had about Fit 5. I have the booklet if you ever want to see it, or if you want me to send you information about Fit 5, I can definitely do that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely forgot. I completely forgot to ask about that one. Unless you want to say anything about the Fit 5 program.
Yeah, definitely. So what it is, I have it right here, right in front of us as well. So what it is that as soon as you open up the book of the Fit 5 for Special Olympics Colorado, I also want to provide this as with my Health Master Show. Mm-hmm. This is part of you heard the power speech that I gave through YouTube. You can find it because it's through Special Olympics. Yeah. So they posted it. I don't know who posted it. I think it's Lexi, who posted it on Facebook, on the website, for that. So what it is that you do like exercises for 5 days a week. Then you eat you eat 5 total fruits and vegetables per day. I recommend to drink 5 water bottles per day, and it's like different types of things, like different types of exercises, and the same thing as I said before about the food and about the hydration and the fitness they can implement, and different types of things that you might want to feel like interested in doing. I do more than that. However, because I journal my food and my water intake a lot, so we have a pretty healthy lifestyle here because we just do.
Awesome. So you when you go out and speak, you encourage other people to use the Fit 5?
Yeah, I do, and I highly recommend that source for all people. Even if I'm doing it to myself, if you do it, then I will do it with you. Because we just want more people like yourselves to be more integrated or increase your health even more than you think you are doing now. But after all, it's your choice. After all, if you choose not to do it, that's fine. It's a choice before you start doing something that you don't feel like doing. And if you don't feel like doing it, then that's fine. It's your choice. Things like that.
Yeah, but it's a good choice to be able to get healthier and to use programs like this.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's been a lot of conversation about the health and education needs more funding, no matter where you are. Even if it's with Special Olympics, we always need their help in the health and education programs constantly, and I'm all for that. So I'm really trying to amplify and promote more than anything on both the health and education pieces, for sure.
Awesome. There's an athlete in Great Britain who was on this show last month, and she also was talking about the Fit 5 program over there in England. So awesome. So anything else that you want to add on the show today?
Well, I just want to really personally want to thank you, Daniel. It's an awesome place to have many of your viewers and your listeners to like really hear what you have to do, and I'm just thrilled that you asked me to do this. I didn't know much about you until now, and I'm happy that you have a full feeling life of being a journalist yourself, and glad that I personally met you through a video instead of texting and calling you up on my phone as well. Especially since I work out Olive Garden, and that's it's harder.
Yeah,
keep it all in balance. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, it's an honor to have you on the show. And if our listeners want to share their feedback, you can email us feedback@specialchronicles.com, feedback@specialchronicles.com, or on social media at Special Chronicles on Facebook and Instagram, and at Special C Podcast on Twitter. And you can leave us your 5-star ratings and reviews on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcast. It's been a joy having you on the show, Hanna, and learning about your story and everything that you've been involved with in reporting and your business sounds exciting as well.
Yeah, it's amazing, and we'll let you know if there's any more findings on my business as well. We do have a website, but it's not up yet. We are slow in the development stage at the moment, so nothing new quite yet. But we do have a business name, and we have a great platform as it is now. We just have to do our final decisions and keep on proceeding with it a little bit longer. But I definitely want to make sure that you guys really want me to speak, because I'm all for crowds. I'm all for speaking. So more engagement, the better. So bring it on.
And are you thinking of speaking beyond just Special Olympics audiences? And
yeah, definitely. I also want to get paid for it too. I have we have a fee. I'm gonna for my business, we kind of talked about for nonprofits $25, but for normal engagements will be $50 for original businesses and that sort of thing. But for nonprofits, definitely 25, definitely 50 for sure. And that was our decision on the fee for my speaking engagements.
Awesome.
But I just like to get out there and get it done, because I'm a girl who just wants to get things done. Always have been.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd like to thank you again, Hanna, for taking the time to come on the Special Chronicles show, and hopefully we can meet up in person someday.
That'd be awesome. Maybe if you come here, I would love to come to where you are at, because I think that's also a very fun place to be. Yeah.
My cousin is a police officer up in northern Colorado, and his they just got married last September, and his wife is a special ed teacher. So, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Well, give them my best of luck for their engagement and their marriage in general. Just hands down, great show, and thank you for broadcasting all different types of voices.
Yeah, thank you. Well, our guest today on the Special Chronicles show has been Hanna Atkinson, a Special Olympics Colorado athlete leader. Thank you again, Hanna, for coming on Special Chronicles.
Much appreciated.
So until next week, take care, and God bless.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
And stop that, and stop the. Oops. There we go.